Sorry? Hi, this is Mio. Do you have any idea how long it takes for those to bloom? And for just to tumble them into them again? I jumped from my feet and quickly expected damage. The entire section of the flower bed is where I had landed was imprinted with my outline like a snow angel. Also, let me move the mic. Alright, back to it. Just my luck. Rosa, I didn't mean... Doesn't matter what you meant. For once is unforgivable, but twice! Yeah, well, that one's a little fast. Okay, I think that time we'll use the history thing. Que Quedo Cake 2 Juro Pro Raptor Jesus Get Hedo Grappling Con La Chancla. Okay. Did the best I can. Well. I'm saved by the green stegosaur, grabbing the mighty arm of the judgment out of a error mid-swing. Rosa, remember what we talked about. Rosa interrupts from... steam erupts from Rosa's nostrils like a bowl. Don't use physical force to make people hurt, alright? Thank you, Stell. That's what manual labor's for, right? Yes, of course. You, Anna, you will help extra 2 hours after everyone else, too. For flowers. Are you sure you wouldn't rather just beat me? I can do both. Where did Finn go? I did something I shouldn't have. She ran off. You ruined the flowers like friendship, like you did of our labor, or my labor. You should go find Fang and apologize and bring her back. If you don't share someone's pain, you can never understand them. Did this bitch just quote Naruto of all things? If I were being directed to leave, I would have bailed anyways. I saw her going towards the parking lot. I'll be right back. You better. There aren't many cars in the parking lot, so Fang shouldn't be too hard to find. The pair of wings rustling in between the two parking cars is probably a hint, not sure. I silently approached, hiding behind the other cars in the lot. She held around the passenger door of a garishly yellow minivan. Wait, is she? Shit, I gotta stop her. Fang, what are you doing? Fuck off, fuck knuckle. Fang, don't break into a teacher's car. We'll get... Shut the fuck up, you smuggler. I'm focusing on this. Or you cunt smuggler. I'm focusing on this. I'm over it. Why are you doing this? It'll be fun. Why, do you want to join on the joyride? She looked at me like it was a genuine question. No, I don't. Fang, what are you doing? You sprite. Stop kicking the car. Damn it, Fang. I don't know what more to say, except I'm sorry. I messed up, and that was a dick move. But if you keep this up, we're both going to be... Why do you care? You already made it. You're already in detention. What's a few more days? To jail, Fang. Go away. Do you want to get our parents involved? Angry Anna. I don't think I showed it sprite. I actually saw it one time, but I forgot to show it off. Fang stops kicking the glass, drained of the energy out of breath. Drained of energy and out of breath. Thankfully, the glass isn't even scratched. You're right for being angry at me. You're talented and skilled, and I got nothing to show for myself. And for what I did was wrong. But you're better than this, come on. Fang won't look in my direction. At least she hasn't started kicking the car again. Might be a good idea to give her some space. All of a sudden, I feel like I shouldn't be here. Hey! What are you guys doing in my car? We freeze. Get out of here, get out of here, get the fuck out of Dodge. Of course we're gonna choose to get the fuck out of Dodge. Fang immediately bolts towards the front of the school. I follow after, legs jumping furiously in an attempt to both catch up to Fang and to avoid the teacher screeching at us from behind. I see Fang veering into the school and the door closing slowly after. By the jacket on my back, I was able to slip in just before the door shuts completely. Fang is panting in the stairwell near the door, and I'm sure I'm redder than I usually was earlier with the vines. Why? Did you follow me? Why? Because I'm sorry. Her sneer returns, and then she makes to turn away. I fucked up, yes. I was at the concert, and yes, I laughed. I never expected to actually become your friend. Her wings block my view of her, but she hasn't left yet. Maybe I can still fix this after all. Just wanted to coast through school. I was happy being a loner. I've always been one after all. Without a word, Fang climbs the stairs. Fuck. I considered following her, but the silence was evident enough. She wants nothing to do with me. And standing here by myself, I have time to think of my own mission. If Fang leaves me alone, I'll get exactly what I want, right? She can probably talk to Trish and Reed into leaving me alone too. I'll get the easy life and I wanted. So why the fuck do I feel absolutely empty right now? I slide and slurp over on the stairs. Can today get any worse? Karma would suggest yes. Though. You know, I always thought that tempted fate thing was just a dumb cliche. It is still, but maybe Stella has a good point about astrology. Rosa, I found our runaway errand boy. That is not what the sentence says. I found our errand runaway. I hear the shrill screech of the Latina banshee approaching. Where did you go? You were supposed to get Fang and return. Return! Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. You'll be sorry. There's 2 hours left for the rest of the students, but that makes 4 for you. Don't worry, Anna, we will stay as well. Great. The next few hours were grudgingly hell. Carrying 2 bags of most rancid smelly fertilizer back and forth. Clearing an entire section of flower beds and weeds using only a trowel. Tilting the same flower beds by hand. I don't think this phase back-breaking labor was supposed to be literal. As expected of my hombres, I can already tell that by the end of the day I will have crippling arthritis. Fang returns eventually, but she won't talk to me and just sticks nearby cutting the vines. Only an hour has passed, but I'm about ready to sleep for days. Anna, you will be replanting the flowers you destroyed. Destroy is a harsh word. but I didn't know anything about planting. You speak nonsense. Come here now, I'll teach you. She motions me to get on my knees next to her and my hands me a clump of dirt with a juvenile daisy in it. I will dig the hole and you will place it in. Very simple. I somehow almost dropped the flower. Yeah. I don't even want to think what will happen if I mess up a third time. Rosa points up to Fang, who is aggressively trimming back the vines. Fang, do you want to plant some too? I'll pass. With a practiced hand, Rosa clears out a cynical hole deep enough for the clump to go in. Okay, it's ready. My arms are practically rubber from today's work, and flatter to the point, pieces of dirt are being shaken off. A bit more from the hole, I catch the whole thing when it slips from my grip. Rosa puts her hand around mine to steady them before I drop it in for real. Very easy, like this. The bulb is placed into the hole and we let it go. Rosa quickly fills up the patch of dirt with the trowel, leaving only the trim and the flowers visible. You did it. Doesn't seem like it did much at all. Hush now, we still have dozens left to plant. A kneeling whine rumbles from my mouth. Can I just take the beating instead, please? I'll do that if you really want. Do you want to borrow my slipper? I prefer the shovel right here, and don't resuscitate at me after. Fang chuckles, helps to lighten the mood immensely. Maybe. I continue piling the flowers under Rosa's caring, yet overall supervision. And knew the bell of our principal calls us back in front of the school. Thank you all again for showing up today. I hope that your hard work and all that you've learned is a valuable lesson. I catch Fang's rolling eyes from the corner of my vision. Please do stay safe on your way home and try to keep out of trouble in the future. Dismiss. Not you, Anna. You stay. Right, and before anyone goes, Sal's is approaching, holding a covered pot with paper plates. I made lunch for everyone. The small crowd gets a bit more energetic. A home-cooked mo pelabo, enough for seconds and thirds. I graciously accept the plate and stack it high with a salty, sweet goodness. The hot food is absolutely heavenly, revigorating me as I bit into the Mexican meal. So filling. Yeah, wish I could cook like that. Wait. I look around and see only ones left are Rosa, Stella, Fang, and I. Even Spirits has gone home. Fang about. Alright, Anna, back to work. You still owe me 2 hours of heavy lifting. Don't be sad. You're a natural, Green Thumb. When you're not laying on my flowers, that is. I don't really get compliments. It's just the circumstances. It's not like it's any less lazy or unskilled. Hold on, I'm not done yet. We can wait a bit a while you two finish. You'll need all the energy after all. These guys aren't half bad. I thought they were slave drivers, but then again, I did ruin their hard work. Stella, I've been meaning to ask, why are you like this? Like what? You know, the whole thing about astrology and quoting? Video games? Oh, I don't know. I guess it's just like stuff I like. Right. Why'd you ask? Oh, are you interested in it too? Maybe some other time, Stella. The rest of the lunch passes by without incident, and I'm left savoring Rosa's delicious cooking. Delicious cooking. Like they say, the first rule of Mexican food, the more it looks like raw sewage, the better it tastes. The next 2 hours of work will fly by relatively quickly without Rosa and Stella breathing down my neck. Replanting the rest of the flowers I have crushed, all done by me. Collected all the discarded vines and clippings into compost bins, all done by me. I carry one of the tools back to the maintenance shed. Take a guess who did it. Fang stuck around for some reason, even though I don't think she had any other work to do. But now, my prison session is finally over and I'm free to go. My feet hurt, my arms hurt, and my back hurts. And I know that feeling. Mostly my back. And you did such a good job today. You should sign up for the gardening club. Yeah, you should be able to help us out in all of our meetings. I just want to go home. I'll think about it. I walk away before either of them try to push joining the club further. I'm too tired to argue. Thing seems to have disappeared. Guess she didn't stick around any longer than she had to be after all. Or have to after all. As I pass by some of the gardens, I take the moment to admire my handiwork. As much as I didn't want to be here, I have to admit, they look a lot cleaner than before. See, that's what doing some actual hard work for once can do. Fang suddenly appears from behind me, making me flinch. I guess she snuck around after all. A wimp like you can use it too. So now Fang is suddenly talking to me again? Yeah, sure. Now that all the important and beautiful plants can thrive without any of the useless weeds choking on them, holding them back. Alright, I almost forgot. Fang thinks people are barely worth the oxygen. Not that I really blame her after all earlier. Yeah, well, don't let us weeds like me get in your way. I sigh and turn away from Fang, beginning my very achy walk home. Time to get some sleep for 20 hours. And I'm awake. I stop in my tracks. Now, what does she want? Look, I said I was sorry, okay? I laughed at you guys at your concert. I don't care if you ever talk to me again. I just don't know what else to say to you. You want me to say? Or I just don't know what else you want me to say. And it's not the concert I'm upset about. What? It's not? I mean, maybe a little bit, but I'm mad because you kept it from me, okay? It's just I haven't made many friends in, well, a while. I don't want to lose an actual friend over stupid bullshit like that. I just thought it would be you have trusted me enough to tell me the truth. Is that why you stuck around earlier? She hesitates before nodding, like she needs to convince herself. Not that it matters, but I'm sorry too. You... for what? Kicking me in the face? I might have overreacted a bit earlier, but you deserve that. Sorry for calling you one of the weebs. You're not a weed. You're I don't know, a mushroom or some shit. A mushroom? Not like a cool tree or a cactus or something? Hell no, you're not that cool. Mushrooms are like the bad shit that turns into nutrients for all the good plants, you know? Or turns all the bad shit and turns it into nutrients for all the good plants, you know? Plus you kinda owe me one. Or you kinda look like one too. Fucking rude. That's like the nicest thing I ever heard you say. Now you're pushing it. I let out a sigh of relief. Can't say that's how I expected this conversation to go. I guess we're both assholes then. Heh, yeah. Friends? Friends. So, why do you know so much about mushrooms exactly? Reed? Fang gives me a sideways glance and smiles a bit. Spend enough time around Stella and Rosa and you pick up a few gardening facts. Yeah, that's the first impression aside. Pretty much alright, I guess. Stella's a bit weird and Rosa is a walking stereotype. A dork like you calling Stella weird? A dork like me has every right to call out Stella. Sure. Anyway, I'll be seeing you, Anna. Yeah, see you. Fang strolls away, humming on some tune I've never heard. Left alone now with just my thoughts, I find myself feeling a great weight lifted from me. Friends, huh? Can't recall the last time I had a legitimate friend. Some certain people aren't. Just never meant to amount to anything or do anything important. I just don't know anymore. I set up for my apartment, body sore but spirit soaring. One month now. 5 to go, and I found myself in a predicament. I'm enjoying my time with Fang. Most of the time we just talk about stupid shit. Like our mutual love for wire kung fu and comedy movies. We're both ventriloquists. We're both ventriloquists and we practice every day. He carries a basket. He carries a paper roll. But we don't have sis, but there's one thing for sure, my friends, we're both ventriloquists. This is a good old Kung Fu Hustle, not Kung Fu Hustle, Kung Pao. That's what I'm thinking of, the other movie. Kung Pao reference. Probably one of the most funniest movies ever made. Almost every day now, I'm either at her desk helping her in science or working on a lab with her. Or she sat next to me decrypting mystical arts of not sucking at music. I'm talking more with her than anyone I've ever talked with. Not to mention lunch and after school. It's like hiding from that tangerine tyrant. And these days, and more spending time with Fang and Reed. Even if he's constantly checked out. And the smell of burnt skunk. The fuck's he on anyway? It's Carf, bro. What? Carfenadol. Whatever. Fang and the gang, are pretty alright. Trish, though. Every day she gives me the same look of distrust and on-put sigh. as if I'm some kind of chore to deal with. Whatever. It's not like she matters in the long run. But I find myself having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this real or not? I dribbled backwards, falling off the stage. And that one's a Kingdom Hearts reference, if I remember correctly. Whoa. Ooh. Bro. That sucks. It's lunchtime now, and I guess I dozed off. Too many late night study sessions. You need help? Just fix the projector, Reed. Okay. Almost done. I hop onto my feet, filling out the bruised bosom of my shoulder. Stupid fucking stage. I consider jumping back up, but I find the stairwell more appealing. Going up the stairs, Trish suddenly grabs my shoulder, pinning me to the wall. She leans in close, looking me dead in the eyes. Can I help you? Don't play dumb. Something's up with Fang today. She gestures to where Fang is sitting. Fang's picking at her lunch with a fork, not eating a bite. Now, what do I think about it? She's been a bit distant today. They've been like this since band practice yesterday. Wait, what? Did you do something to them? Do something? What does she mean? She doesn't think Fang and I are. Oi. What? No. At least, I don't think at least. Why are you so concerned? Everyone has a bad day now and then, right? Fang and I have been friends for 10 years now. Not once I've ever seen them this upset. You're the only new thing around here. Can't be anyone else. So, what did you do? I swear I haven't done anything with Fang. Look, we got music next. I'll ask Fang what's up then. Trish growls. We both glance at Fang to see her still sitting with her untouched food. You'll talk to Fang. You'll probably make it worse. I should be the one to talk with Fang and them. Or with them. So why haven't you? Trish's mouth shuts with a click. I stare her down. Her eyes harden, and then she finally speaks. Fine, but you better not fuck this up. She lets go of my shoulder, shifting her hands in her jacket pockets with a huff. I finally returned to where I was sitting on stage to continue finishing my lunch. Right then, when I planted myself on the ground, Reed speaks up. And done. Done with the projector? That's rad, man. Now we can watch movies, shows, and pornos and all. We're not watching porn in school. Not with that attitude. Trish throws an orange slice at me. So, what do you guys want to watch? Can't think of anything that would be appropriate around normal high schoolers. Trish raises her hand and jumps in place. How about the Count of Monte Cristo? Ooh, I know that one. The actors are there pretty great. Oh yeah, I love the VA work. Did I read that? I love the VA work. Okay. Trish and Reed stop and stare at me. Crap, was this something I said? What? Ding dong, bing bong. Saved by the bell. That's a good classic old, I want to say 80s or 90s TV show. I think it's 90s. Could be 80s though. Used to watch that back on TV. I look at Feng in. Oh. When did she leave? Oh, Feng left already? I'll go catch up with her. Bye. I make a record timeout of the auditorium, still confused Trish and Reed. Feng is in music class when I get there. I tap out a quick message on my phone. I take a spot right next to her seat and wait. Maybe she just needed to use the bathroom. It's been about 20 minutes. I'm starting to get worried. Something's up with Feng today. I looked at my phone and the message I sent her just away before class started. Hey, wanna talk? Still unseen. You better not fuck this up. God damn it. Mr. Jingo, I need to use the bathroom. One guitar-shaped bathroom pass later, I'm scrambling through the halls. If I were a non-binary teenager pterodon having a crisis, where would I hide? Someplace Feng will only go. The family bathrooms. There's only 2 in the building. I sprint to the first bathroom closer to the back of the school and nuzzle away in my special needs area. My knuckles rub against the door, locked and occupied. Or preoccupied. Feng, you're missing class. I'm seriously. Need help with the music sheet? The one you seek is elsewhere. Who the fuck? Wait. You're that weird stickle chick, Stella. That's very rude. I'm not that weird. Whatever, do you know where Feng is? Not here. Can you please leave? I have a nervous bladder. I turn away from the door and sprint to the front of the school where the other bathroom is. It's been a while. I'm moving briskly through the empty corridors of the school with an untuned guitar in hand that I find divine providence. Or rather, the feathers floating by the window providence or provide me with a clue I need. I look at the window while I can't look up to see for sure the shadow of that she is casting on the ground below is enough clarification required. My feet climb the steps easily, but I find my mind is ill at ease. The hell's wrong with me right now? Why do I feel so anxious right now? What did you do? What if I did do something? Feng and I have been friends for 10 years now. I've known her for barely a month, and why is it my problem to fix? Now, once I ever seen them this upset, can't stop this gawking feeling in my chest. I'm at the floor of the roof now. I shut it, but my handle, I notice a piece of cardboard chucked between the door and the frame, keeping the latch open. Good job, dork. Feng smirks a bit. Damn it all. Feng's problems first, then I'll figure out my chest. I open the door and immediately blinded by the sun. I shade my eyes. Door clicks shut behind me. Oh, shit. Who the... Anon? What's with the guitar? Feng is sitting on top of the stairs enclosure looking down at me. Mr. Jingles Hall Pass, I kinda need help with the music sheet again. Wow, you really suck at music. Yeah, I really do. I find the ladder easily enough to climb to the top of the tiny hut. A round thing are scatter feathers. You alright? The preening. What? Fang sighs. She holds out her wings and gently brushes her fingers through her feathers. I'm preening my wing. She winces. A feather drips onto the floor. That looks painful. A little. I sit down next to her and look at the Volcadera Bluffs. It's a beautiful view. It's a distraction. You ever... Alright, for this one I stayed quiet, because usually I let people vent. Let's hear what they have to say before I actually talk or give a response, so we'll stay quiet. There's a time to speak and a time to listen. You ever feel like you just don't matter? Fang stares into the vista of Volcadero, but her eyes are vacant. I feel like no matter what I do, I won't ever be able to make something. I try and try, but no one likes the ways I express myself. She growls. Not once after all the work I put into Warren drama has anyone ever told me it was good. Her eyes weten, her voice roughens, her shoulder quakes. No one's ever said, "Good job, Fang. Can I get a copy of the last song on CD?" I've been playing music ever since I was basically in diapers and all, and I have to show for it. It is a shit reputation. Her hand curls into a fist. Her nails bite into her palm, and I can clearly see a minute trickle of blood. How much harder do I have to try to get people to notice me? Her fist crashes down onto the floor. Even my own parents. When Dad looks at me, it's just like he just sees a lost cause. Oh, thanks to scene team. Better focus on the one that isn't broken so we don't have to screw up again. She punctuates her snout with her own fist, striking at the floor beneath her. Her fist lands softly and one final time, uncurling to reveal the bleeding grooves in her sharp nails to have left. Watching her break apart is causing a dull pain in my chest to intensify. Why can't I be popular like him? Fang deflates completely. All of her anger gone, replacing it with melancholy. Nazer doesn't even have to try at all. Even crippled, he breezes through life. Why does he get straight A's? Why does he get my parents' attention? Why do I have to be such a burden on everyone? She grabs her knees and buries her face in her lap. So usually I give a medium wait time before I actually think of a response, so yeah, one more. This is why I originally chose 2, by the way. The worst part of it is he can't even hate me. She picks up her head up. Revolts of tears and orange liner running down her cheeks and leaves a bright stains on her knees. I can tell him to fuck off every day, but he'll still be there the next. As if nothing fucking happened. He's a constant reminder of everything I can't be. He's a goddamn Boy Scout. Little Miss Perfect. Or Little Mr. Perfect. And I'll always be his fucking shadow. I can't just change, just magically get better at everything, even though if someone like Nazer tries to help. And it's clear he wants to. But the sheer difference between us, it won't ever happen. My brother tries. He's always trying. He just fucks up. Every fucking time. She wipes away a tear with one hand on her, or one of her hands, but leaves a bloody smudge instead. Nazer knows who he is. I don't even know what I am. Do I step in now? This is the part where I interrupted. Now's a good time. Your Fang. She looks at me with a tear streaming down her cheek. Even if you don't see it, you're still you. The Fang I know likes music, bad movies, and doesn't take crap from anyone adults. Am I right? Fang nods slowly. Here's what I think. I put my arm on Fang's shoulder. You're in a pretty bad spot right now. Self-improvement is hard, but there's nothing to be gained without sacrifice, right? Fang gives a slight nod. You need to step out of your comfort zone more often, even if you think there's no time. There's no harm in diversifying, right? Fang looks away from the coastline and to me. I don't know. Maybe you're right. You could also try harder to get along with Nazer. I guarantee there's not that much in the way between you two. You'll be there to support me, right? Sure. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do all that. I believe you can be. Being weak is nothing to be ashamed of. Staying weak is. You don't have to do it alone. Fang embraces me tight. Thank you. We sit in silence for a few minutes. Eventually, she lets go. Fang's breathing is evening out, and she looks far more big composed now. Hey, can I see that? Fang points to my oversized hall pass. Yeah, sure. She takes it from her hands, her fingers brushing for a second. She brushes it while she handles the acoustic bathroom pass. I think I finally got the tune, Anon. Tune? She finished tuning the guitar and tests it. With a nod to herself, Fang begins strumming. With the rhyme is slow, and the tone is soft, enough so that her humming bends perfectly with it. I lean back, bobbing my head along with the impromptu music. The streaks from her tears that have once mirrored her pretty face only helps the highlight of her soft smile now. I hum along too, which Fang causes the Fang to giggle. The rhyme is slowing to a crawl, and the song is about to end. While the meteor is coming soon, everyone is going to die. So I'll say to everyone, Goodbye, Volcano High. The lyrics surprised me, but I shrug it off. Yeah, buddy, if you knew what happens in the actual game of the where this parody is based off of. You ready to get up? Fang nods and wipes her tears one last time with her forearm. I stand up and pop my back, looking out over the fence at the ground below. From here, I can see the afternoon sun starting to approach on the skyline of the small coastal town. Turning to Fang, I crouch a bit and extend my hand to her. She moves her bloody hand to take it, but hesitates. She softly grasps my hand. She winces in pain. You know, it's strange. I expected the alarms to go off again, but this feels different somehow. More natural. I'm carefully to hoist her to my feet, mindfully of her injured palm. Her beak accidentally bumps into my cheek on her way up. Ah, there they are. Fang eyes contacts and she instinctively hops backwards, covering her muzzle with her hands and turning her head away in frustration. Or frustration. Yeah, I think I pronounced it right. I clench my lower jaw and look at my paw, sickened with sweat and her blood. The sign continues for a measurable amount of time. So that's how dinos kiss. Fuck. Not really. I look for anything to end this awkwardness. Like the guitar hall pass. Wait. I check my phone, saying Mr. Jingle's class will be ending in 10 minutes. Fuck, the assignment. Fang finally looks my way again, though her face is still flush. What? Mr. Jingle's assignment. There's no way I'll be able to do it at home. Puh. Fang hands tries to cover her beak, failing horribly to contain her giggles. God, you really suck at music. I glare at her. Why don't you just drop it? It's an elective anyways. Because I need to maintain my GPA for college. Because I kinda like it. I blush and look down for the entrance of the roof below us. Maybe I'll help you. Fang hops down, her wings easing her landing. I owe you for the fucking therapy session anyways. Oh, thank fuck. I climbed down the ladder whose wings must be really convenient. Who the fuck is up here? Shit. The files opens off its hinges through the suicide fence and over the side of the building, crashes loudly on the concrete below. I know someone is ditching up here. My hunting instincts can tell. Oh, double fuck. You. Principal Spears looks at us, pointing at me as if to fire a special beam cannon through my chest. Special beam cannon! The freaking meme. In all my goddamn years, on top of the roof. Explain, now. Bullshit mode activated. I got lost looking for the bathroom? Spears incinerates me on the spot. Estrus season? For a brief instant, I picture Fang in a bikini. Hot. Fang gets a similar stare and welters down. I'm not stupid, but Taro's season isn't for another few months. Empty out your pockets now. I reduced myself to hovering flags. All I had was my phone and a rattly while I welded it together with hot glue and a duct tape. Fang does the same, dropping her phone and a spare guitar pick and an unopened pack of cigarettes. Spears looks at Fang dead in the eyes, rips off the package open, and stuffs every cigarette in his mouth at once. To amorphous stares, he chews them until they are a brown glob and spits it over the fence, landing on a rather oriental-looking car. I think that's the same car that Fang was kicking too. That person, or that teacher, is not having a good day. Or good time this past couple of months. And on to class now. Fang to the nurses. I looked at Fang one last time. She looks like a mess. Her wings are ragged, feathers misaligned, and a clear patch of them are missing on one too. Stains on her legs from her makeup, tears, and blood. Drying blood on her hands, arms, and beak. Eyes puffy and red from crying. But her smile was. I wave her goodbye and worryless return to class. Only have a few minutes, but I can focus on the assignment. I'll have to take it home as homework. Maybe I'll help you. I take out my phone and consider messaging a Fang again. My heart thumps roughly in my chest. Just what is with me today? All this drama. When did my life become a soap opera? Heh, even including a dramatic kiss. I look at my hand, and her blood now dried and dusty on my paw. Did that count as a kiss? I mean, it was unintentional. She backed off and all. Geez, my insides feel like liquid. Surely it's just my disgust reaction of Spears' scare tactic up there. Nah, this isn't fair, unlike a bottomless pit of feeling is pleasant. Yeah, I kinda like it. I wonder if Fang... The feeling intensifies. But why? I only thought of... It's not as if she... But... Do I like Fang? Fuck. One month later...